Hello.
Hello, guys.
Welcome back to another episode. This is episode 14 of Hello Hello with me and Ramo.
Hi.
um
Hi. God damn, 14 episodes.
yeah, getting there.
Yeah.
We have
we are recording today on
yes.
Wednesday, the 7th of April, so I just want to jump before you, Jens.
No, you fine. We have quite a few, not that many topics today, so it's going to be a fairly chill episode, I reckon.
Yeah. But a pretty chunky one.
We'll see.
E3. I'm just gonna put a little breadcrumb out there. Pretty chunky. Oh man, how exciting.
Yeah. Well, I guess before we get into that stuff, how are you? What's been happening? What are you playing, doing?
Yeah, Pokemon still Pokemon. I'm shiny hunting Ralts at the moment.
Nice.
I have been breeding my Japanese Ditto with my little Ralts for the better part of 2 weeks now. Whenever I get a free, hour or so, I've gone through so many eggs. It's not even funny. Like I don't know if you know how Pokemon breeding works and stuff
confused.
like that with the Ditto. So basically, I have a Ditto, and I've given it to like the child support services thing, and I've given them a Ralts, and they basically just force them to breed, and then every couple of minutes they give me a new egg, and then I have to walk this egg around like my own child, and then it hatches, and there's like, because it's an international Ditto, I have like, I think 4 times better odds than if I didn't use one, but I still haven't got a shiny, and it's slowly wearing away at my sanity.
So you're basically you're breeding things in Pokemon.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
I don't want kids in real life, but I want Pokemon kids.
But you want some Ditto kids.
So, exactly.
That's
like, what more could you want, What more could you want?
They're much cheaper, so it's
What
good.
about you? What have you been up to? Very much so, yeah.
Not much, except I played the F1 2020 game, and oh my god.
I did see that.
I love it.
How strange. Okay, yeah. Tell us more.
It. Well, okay, so I've gotten into F1 because of Drive to Survive, the Netflix series, and that's been 3 seasons now. And ever since watching, I've just been like, what's so special about being an F1 driver? Because it's like, everyone drives. You want more. You know how to drive, but I don't know what it's like to drive an F1 car. And so the game has made me not even, like, it's not that technical because all the assists are on, but still, like, you can kind of see what they're going through, and it's kind of cool in that sense.
I mean, I feel like you'd need the assists, especially to start off with, because I don't know a lot about F1, and I don't know a lot about car racing in general. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I know that F1 is probably one of the harder, like, sort of cars to drive and stuff like that, I guess, compared to, like V8s or some other sort of types of car like that. But I know that F1 is one of the hardest, because they're going like 300 kilometers an hour and stuff like that.
They're the fastest car on track,
It's flipping insane, How intriguing.
It's been so much fun, and now I'm obsessed.
You reckon you can play more?
Yeah. 100%. I really want to set up the wheel.
I was going to say, are you going to invest in a wheel? Yeah.
We have a wheel, so we just need to set it up.
Does it have like force feedback? Because I know there's some wheels out there that like, like when you crash or whatever, they like spin the wheel. No, well, they spin the wheel back. So like, you know how in like a normal car you have power steering that like when you turn out of a roundabout, you sort of just let the wheel go and it naturally just realigns to going straight, I guess. Like it slowly, like some USB wheels that you use for video games have that in them, like where they have that force feedback and stuff to them. Yeah, it's quite. I feel like if I was into racing games, that would be the only way to really play them, like with a force feedback wheel. Like it's one thing to play it with a controller and stuff, because I've done that for years with all the Need for Speeds and things, and I feel like they're more inclined to controllers. But racing games like F1 and like the V8 supercar games and all that, you really need like a solid driving wheel, I feel, for it to get the real experience out of it, because otherwise it's just like you're gonna make it too arcadey.
I totally agree. It'd be really cool if they had a VR headset that's like in the shape of like a helmet.
Oh, how fun.
And then you get like
you should do that too, because you got were you playing it? You were playing it on PC, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
There would have to be VR for that, right?
I feel like there would.
It'd be silly not to. So you should totally set up the headset.
Yeah,
totally.
I might try. Anyways, I've
300
been
kilometers
loving
an hour?
that. I would. It's like my dream to go in a really fast car.
Yeah, look at Red Balloon. I know we bought one for one of our friends' 21st. We took him, we bought him
V8 cars, right?
Well, yeah, my dad's done the V8 cars a fair bit, but we bought our mate like a rally experience. So he went like to, I don't know where it was somewhere like rural New South Wales. But yeah, they took him on a rally course with an actual driver, and then at the end, the driver was like, "Do you want to do a lap?" And so he gave Mitch the wheel, and obviously he didn't like flog it, but yeah, he let Mitch drive like a rally around a lap. I was like, "That's great." Yeah, I feel like he enjoyed it. So
I would love
have a look at Red Balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, getting very distracted. I'm obsessed with that, and I'm trying to get into F1. But outside of that, I've watched The Courier. Have you heard of The Courier?
Is that the new one with the guy Saul?
No. That's Mr. Nobody.
Oh, okay.
The Courier is Benedict Cumberbatch. It's a true story.
Oh,
about a spy.
Yes, I have seen it. Yeah. I've been wanting to watch that. Is it?
I recommend it. I recommend it because I didn't know much about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and it was
neither do I.
Really interesting to watch in their perspective.
Yeah.
So I would recommend.
When we were watching all the James Bonds at the cinemas, like they showed that week behind, like week for week. Yeah, so I have seen it. It looked quite intriguing, so I have to give that one a go.
And Benedict's just great, so can't really go wrong with him.
He can't do wrong.
Nah.
He can't do wrong.
Speaking of Miss Nobody, I'm really intrigued about that one because it's getting pretty decent ratings, and it's Saul Goodman, so...
It was like that was a weird casting choice for me. When I saw it, it was odd. What's the movie? It was like John Wick, but like you saw Saul Goodman's face, and so like Saul Goodman and Break. Like I know it's real bad to just base this guy's entire acting career off one character, but it is undoubtedly his most popular character that he's played.
And typecasting does happen.
Everywhere.
So
poor Daniel Radcliffe can't. Poor Daniel Radcliffe can't.
Oh no, he's a magician.
Nobody can look at him without seeing Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, when I saw the ads, it was like, God damn, Saul's taken a dark turn. Like he is John Wick now. Yeah,
I'm really.
But it looks pretty fun. Yeah, I have to check that one out too. I feel.
Yeah. Other than that, not much. I think.
Yeah,
we had Easter. We had Easter before the last podcast. Did you get up so much? Did you do anything?
We went for a picnic. We had a really, really nice day in like really nice.
Weather-wise?
Yeah, holy shit. It was it was meant to be cloudy and stuff like that. And it was meant to rain yesterday and today, and it has been on and off today. I think it's going to storm sometime this afternoon.
Oh, really?
But yes, Sunday we got perfect weather. It was like so good for a picnic. It was it was incredible. So we did that. But yeah, did you guys get anything to Easter?
We were really blessed, and we still are with amazing weather. It was absolutely perfect. Like high beach 20s, day? 30s. And we went to the beach every single day. It was the water was so it was cold, but it was so refreshing with the heat of the outside. It's refreshing cold. Yeah, it was perfect. So yeah, we had a really nice Easter of just chilling. It's the one thing I miss about staying down there is just waking up and being like, check the watch, be like, hey, it's 10:30. Just go have a dip. 29 degrees. It's literally just grab your towel, walk down, walk back up. You're in and out within 20 minutes. Yeah. It's one of those things that whenever I see our area, especially Easter, it was so busy. Everyone's trying to find parks, and they were kind of flaunt hey, we can just walk down to the beach. We don't have to worry about that. You don't even have to bother about it. Yeah, it's great. It's so good. Anywho, I guess we can jump onto our topics for the week then, Jens. Do it. We're going to start off today with a couple of little ones like we normally do, but we thought we'd start off this week with the new PlayStation Plus games for the month, because it's just turned, what is it, May now? April, sorry. Yeah, it's just turned April now, so we get brand new PSN games. So Oddworld Soulstrom for PS5 only. They've started doing some PS5 only ones, obviously, because the PlayStation 5 is now out. Yes.
So we got Oddworld Soulstrom. Might have to check that one out because I am looking for a couple of new games to play on the old PlayStation 5.
I don't know exactly what it is other than it's a platformer, but outside of that, I just know there's an alien face on the cover and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think I know roughly what it is, but I don't even know if I know what it is.
Right.
So I'm just going to keep quiet about it. Yeah. I'll have to check it out and report back to you.
Okay.
The biggest one for the month, I think, is going to be Days Gone, which came out, I think, 2-3 years ago now. Yeah. For the PlayStation 4 only, which is an action-adventure survival horror game. Basically, you're a motorbike rider and you just fight zombies and things like that. But apparently, it's a pretty good story behind it. Well, I haven't played it yet. You've played a little bit of Days Gone, I think, haven't you?
I think I did one stream of it. All I know about Days Gone is everyone kept saying it gets better after
I heard the
60 hours.
Thing. Yeah. Yep.
And I'm like,
I'm
not going to do that.
It's like I've got a lot of other games and time to fill, like with uni work and things like that, so I can't always invest like waiting 12 hours for a game to get good. It might be incredible after that, but it's still a lot of time to invest.
It's a lot of investment for something.
Just to see.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like, I'm just going to pick it up anyways because it's free, so it's just going to sit on my account. You may as well add it to your account and things like that, and then just slowly pick away at it over time.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually you'll get past that turning point. So that's another one I'm gonna have to get. And then Zombie Army 4, Dead War, a third-person like zombie shooter, which is a spin-off from the Sniper Elite series, which is quite a stark difference, I think, between the two games there. Zombie Army is a pretty popular series, I feel like, because a lot of people do like, Call of Duty Zombies and those sorts of...
Is it just kind of like that?
Shooting games.
Just a COD Zombies?
Very much is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like COD Zombies, Left 4 Dead type, just horde shooter, run around, things like that. Nothing, no groundbreaking sort of video games here, but it's fairly popular from my understanding. So, and
it's free.
I feel like that would be good. Yeah, I feel like that would be good with some friends though.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like get some of the guys or the girls together and give that one a go as 3 or 4 play co-op type thing. That would be fun.
Yeah, I wonder, because it comes from the Sniper Elite series. Is that the one where you can do the infamous ball shots?
Yes.
I wonder if there's any like...
I would hope so, but at the same time, I feel like it would get pretty tiresome, like with the amount of zombies that were running at you. Yeah, every time you shoot a zombie in the nuts, like you'd get pretty sick of it pretty quick, I feel.
I mean, would you? It's pretty fun. It's pretty funny that you can shoot.
It is pretty fun.
Someone in the nuts and see the anatomical.
That word, yeah. Anatomical, yeah.
Vision of it. It's like good on them for doing that.
I feel like it'd be a fun thing for stream one time, Jens, if you just played it and tried to do a level ball shots only. Like, just see if you can get through it.
I wonder what the TOS guidelines will be on that.
It's educational. It
is educational. History. I don't think you see the peen. So
no.
Maybe
you don't even really see the testicles themselves. You see like the X-ray of them. So it's like, no, I think it's like the X-ray of it. So it's like, it is, but it isn't. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be like looking at a penis through an X-ray. It's like, yeah, you can see it, but it's still not like the thing, if that makes sense, Like, yeah, I guess that's where I'm going with it, but
maybe one day.
Give it a go, I reckon. Give it a go,
yeah. So those are the games coming out this month. It doesn't seem there's going to be a PSVR game out this month. We could have accidentally missed that out. But
I feel like they wouldn't be doing one every month just because there's not as many PSVR games. So it's like they don't want to give away their entire library for free because that would be, a bad business idea. Yeah. So I feel like every once in a while they're going to drop one. Obviously also because not everyone has a PSVR.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, what's the real point?
The day that they release RE7 on VR, I'm going to get that.
RE7 is on VR.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But, for free.
That, RE8 comes out. Oh, for free. Yeah. RE8 comes out soon, though. I was just at EV Games, and I've got all the posters up, so we're going to have to pick that one up. We're gonna have to figure out which system we get it on, Jens.
We'll have a discussion.
The 7th. Does it come out today?
No.
Am I?
Hang on. Pause.
I feel like... No, I could be wrong.
What's it called?
No, May 7th. Sorry, next month.
May,
I got my dates wrong. Next month.
The next M.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out if we want to get it on PS5 for the funky controller stuff or for PC for like that high fidelity, you know.
I mean, PS5 is pretty good
stuff.
still.
PS5 looks real good. So, well, we'll talk about it afterwards. Do you want to go to the next topic, gents?
Yes. Guess what's getting a Battle Royale, guys? It's Pacman. The Battle
Everything
Royale.
Gets a Battle Royale these days.
You didn't know you needed. It's coming.
See, I thought the exact same thing about the last one that they did. It seems like Nintendo's going to do this for like... there was Tetris 99, and that's still a thing, which I do play every now and again. It gives me mad arthritis, mad carpal tunnel syndrome. No, but for the last 3 months, they've been doing... what was it? It was like Super Mario 99, but it wasn't like 99 players. I think it was only 30 players or something like that.
Yeah.
But you were playing, it was the same principle as Pacman 99, where you're playing against, 30 or so other people in the exact same timeline. And you're just running through the same level, like throwing distractions at other people and all this sorts of stuff. Just trying to see who's the better Mario player. And I didn't give that one a go as much because I was too busy playing other games and things like that. But yeah, it seems to me like if they've done that and now they've stopped it at the start of this month because they got rid of it from the store along with Super Mario 3D Collection.
Yeah.
It seems like they're gonna like do one for 3 months, get rid of it, do another one for 3 months, get rid of it, do another one for 3 months, get rid of it. At least from what I can tell here, because this is another one that's come out right after the old one sort of stopped. So who knows? Yeah,
it's an interesting timing, but it's out. It is today of
recording. So by the time you're listening to this, it'll be 2 days old.
Yes.
So if you have a Nintendo Switch online subscription, which is only a couple of dollars a month or like $30 for the year, it's quite cheap. You can get it for free and you can play it, but you can only play it if you have that Nintendo Switch online subscription. If you don't have it, you can't just buy it and play it. You can't download it and give it a trial. You can only get it if you have that online subscription, which I think is pretty fair. Like they've got a reward, like obviously everyone's rewarding their subscribers these days. PlayStation's giving out their free games.
Yeah.
Xbox gives out their free games every month. Epic Games is giving out their free games as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is the one that Nintendo's going to be doing. They're giving out little tidbits of games here and there. And they're quite enjoyable little games to just throw on and try it, like play for 15 minutes and then go and play something bigger and then, come back to it. They're not meant to be a massive AAA game.
Yeah. I wonder what it's like.
I feel like
99 players.
I was just about to say, I feel like we should give it a go and see what it's like.
It's going to be heckers.
It is. I'm not the best Pacman player. I feel like I'm a much better Tetris player than I am Pacman player.
I don't even know how you could
Mario
do
player
Tetris
than I am Pacman
player.
I really struggled at the start, but then you start to sort of like, you get these goggles basically, and you can start seeing and hearing shapes before they even appear.
Hearing shapes?
And you sort of just, you just get in a groove, and you start figuring out like how the game works. I started learning how to do a thing called T-spins, Jens. There's a thing called the T-spin in the game. I was getting pretty invested in it, so
I can tell.
Yeah, so we might have to give Pacman 99 a go and see if I can get really invested in that.
Yeah. It's a free download, so we'll check it out.
Fun. Exactly, yeah. You can't go wrong. For stream, maybe. We save it for stream.
Or a YouTube video. We'll see.
Yeah, either or.
And then the big news of this podcast is E3 is coming.
E3. They're back, baby.
But
they're back.
In a very different format. They're online.
Obviously.
Yeah, we kind of knew this was happening. We didn't actually know if it was going to be on, but it has been.
I mean, they did tweet a couple of weeks ago that they were doing an online sort of thing. They just didn't know. Like I think they said they were reaching out to vendors and things like that to see who was going to be interested. They said they were looking at hosting services and all this sort of stuff. So, but yeah, confirmed June 12th to 15th. Is going to be E3.
Yeah.
Just as you remembered it, except online.
And it's
which I guess for us Aussie people and I guess everyone that's not in North America is just how I remember E3, because like we never went.
True.
We just always watched it online at like 3 a.m. in the morning. We woke up and watched the Ubisoft press conference or the EA press conference, and yeah.
And yeah, this it will be broadcast as free, which is a good thing, because I thought maybe they're gonna milk it by having a ticket system, but no.
Nah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good of them.
That's good.
But yeah,
it's good to see them back after last year, because they didn't even do an online event last year, because obviously everything sort of happened so quickly last year. They didn't have enough time to pivot and put everything online. So sort of all of the publishers and all of the development studios basically just took it upon themselves to upload their own videos and things to YouTube, or have their own like Twitch or YouTube streams at some point throughout the year. Like they didn't just dedicate it to the E3 window. So, it'd be good to see just a pure weekend of just non-stop gaming news again. It's always so exciting. I always feel like I miss so much because there is just so much going on in those 3 days. There is a lot.
I've always wanted to go to E3.
Me too. Like going to PAX and stuff is one thing, but like everything's already announced and like yeah, exactly. Everything's already announced and is happening at PAX. Like we already get all the stuff that has been announced at E3. So it'd be cool to go and see it and sit in those press conferences and see all the excitement.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it looks epic. So
one day.
Yeah, one day.
But there's also a Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
That's happening around pretty much the same time.
It's typically around the same time, maybe a week or so after. But Summer Games Fest, they've done this I think for the last 2 or 3 years, or even longer. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But it's basically like just obviously for us that can't physically go to these events and try the games on the game on the show floor and stuff like that. Summer Games Fest is meant to sort of alleviate that a little bit and give us a taste of some of these games. If they're willing to upload them in their demo form to Steam or Epic or wherever they choose to upload them. So it's quite a fun little experience, I guess. I know I was lucky enough to try Unpacking, which is a game I'm very excited for.
Oh, yeah.
Made by some Aussie developers. I was lucky enough to try that at PAX 2 or 3 years ago when I last went and they were there. Spoke to some of the developers and all that sort of stuff, which was very fun. But then they also were lucky enough to be involved in the most recent Summer Games Fest, which was, I think, last year sometime. And so I was able to download the demo on my own PC and sit at home and play the exact same demo that I played at PAX, those few months before. So it's good to, for the people that actually can't physically make it, and obviously nobody can physically make it to E3 this year, so everyone's going to be turning to the Summer Games Fest to see what demos they can wrangle together for us.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
And I feel like it's going to be split up this year as well between Epic Games and Steam.
Probably.
Because obviously there's going to be games that are announced that are only coming to Epic Games, as we can probably tell. So I feel like Epic is going to have their own counterpart, I guess, I would say in quotations, to Steam Summer Game Fest. I feel like. I'm not 100% certain, I have no proof, but I feel like they would have something.
I wonder how many companies are going to be debuting at E3.
There was a confirmed list that I saw on Twitter, mainly all your big ones. Okay. So like, Ubisoft, Microsoft, Sony. I think Nintendo was also having some presence there. There's a couple of other small to medium-sized developers that were also going as well. Probably. But there was a whole list of them that I saw that were already confirmed. So it's going to be basically just as you remember E3. I feel like with all the big ones.
I wonder if it's going to be as exciting. Like, are there going to be very many titles that they're going to be bringing out this year or like mentioning? Because COVID, I imagine, has really put a spanner in the works for them.
Yeah.
But like, it's not a new thing, COVID. That. It's been 2 years now, right?
Yeah. It's funny you say that, though, because I did see a couple, I don't know if you saw it too, but maybe last week, towards the end of last week, I think it's TT Games or Warner Brothers Games announced that they were indefinitely delaying the Skywalker Saga, the Lego game that's coming out.
Oh.
They were indefinitely, they said it was meant to be coming out, I think sometimes was the middle of this year now. They pushed it back already.
Oof.
And it was pushed back until the middle of this year, but they said because of like COVID and sort of everyone working from home and not being able to access as many resources as they once could, they're indefinitely delaying it till hopefully sometime this year, I think, if I remember correctly, but they didn't give you a solid date. I think, which is a good thing too, because they didn't want people to get too excited and then obviously have to delay it again or something like that. You know, they can just sort of, it gives them a bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's funny you bring that up because it wouldn't surprise me if there were some games that did get announced that they just said, look, we don't have a release date for this. You know, it's in the works. We hope to come out next year or the year after, but we're not going to give you an actual date and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me. Because obviously, like, you can work from home. Like, I could download Unity on my computer and things like that, but they're not going to be the same very powerful machines that they would have, like, at, say, the Ubisoft office or something like that, you know? And that's what I feel like they say when they say they can't access their resources is, everyone can still work from home technically, but there's only so much you can do on like your home computer compared to the real beefy ones that they have at the offices and things like that are dedicated for creating games and content. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was some delays.
Yeah. It's probably expected from now on, really.
Exactly. I feel like if you don't expect them, you're sort of just silly and you're getting too high hopes because, you know, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm very excited for E3. I can't wait to stay up until 2 or 3 a.m. And stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Maybe. We have to. We have to for the content, man. We got to.
Okay.
No, it's not that bad. I think there's only like one. There's only usually 1 or 2 big shows that are ever that late. A lot of, like, some of them are at like 6 or 7 o'clock, which is still like early, I guess.
What, a.m.?
Especially for us, you know, like that's quite an early wake up, but it's a lot better than waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. or so.
Time zones.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's nostalgic though for me because like I'm so used to it for like when the World Cup happens, when the FIFA World Cup happens, like
for that.
Me and my family were up at like 2
a.m.
well? Because of time zones. Well, like me, Dad, and the brothers will all get up and watch it and things like that. You know, especially if our country's playing, like if Germany's playing and things, we'll always get up and watch Germany play or Australia, whoever they're playing, if they make it. So we're always up at that time. Like same for Liverpool and things. Like Liverpool's always playing at like 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. kickoff and stuff. So like we're always up as it is anyways. But it's very nostalgic to me. It's like, you know, I feel like I know Emma's from, you know, United Kingdom, she's from England and stuff like that. Like they get to watch their games at like 6 or 7 p.m. You know, or sometimes even 4 p.m. in the afternoon and things. I feel like that would be weird for me if I traveled over there and they were like, hey, we got to go to the game at 4 p.m. It's a bit weird. Like I'm used to hearing 4 a.m.
I mean, it must be nice just like, as well because you do it with your family. You know, it's not like you're just getting up on your own and watching it on your own.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you get up and you watch it with the family. Like especially the World Cup. Like we'd always watch it. Like you know, when I'll never forget during the South African World Cup. I don't know if you know the vuvuzela.
Yes,
they call it.
Yeah.
Basically, for those that don't know, like this long horn like instrument thing. It let off a very distinct sound, very distinct. And honestly, you'd wake up at 3 a.m., you'd go and watch the World Cup, and you'd hear what sounded like 17 million mosquitoes in your living room for an hour and a half.
Oh
like
my God.
It's pretty ungodly. But it's just a very nice like memory that I have of hearing that noise on, you know, nonstop.
Nice.
Very early in the morning, yeah. So yeah, I'll be used to it. Is what I'm saying. I'll be used to it.
I have to get used to it if I want to watch the F1 races because I think some of them can be
they're on late. Yep. It's the hard thing about living over here. We don't get, unless you're watching local things, obviously like local sporting events.
Oh yeah, they're like
not going to happen at the times you want it to happen. So yeah, but that's no fun. You know, that's no fun. I guess we can move on then to our final topic, the recurring topic for every episode, our little breakdown of
it's almost
our weekly
like
episodes.
Marvel sponsor us.
hey, Kevin Feige, hit the email. Yeah, no, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys haven't watched the most recent episode 3 that came out last Friday, I would recommend stopping here so as to not spoil yourself. And I would recommend to also go and pick up a Disney Plus subscription and give it a go.
Yeah.
Because this episode was pretty banging.
Stuff happened. I'm glad stuff happened. But thank you.
After the first 2 episodes, yeah.
For those who aren't watching Falcon, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, did you like this episode?
I did. I feel like so far this has been my favorite episode because it's just had the most like substance. I guess is the word I would use. Yeah, there was a lot that happened, and a lot of recurring characters that came back from older sort of MCU series and things. It was just very exciting. How about you? Did you enjoy this episode?
I did. I definitely did more than the others. I still am not hooked, which is a really sad thing. I really want to love it. I really want to love it, but I'm not there yet.
I've seen a lot of people having the same sort of feelings as like everyone was like they were so on board with WandaVision, and it was just like I feel like it was because it was balls to the walls from
Wanda
episode
really
1.
Set the bar high.
Yeah, they really, you know, they weren't there to fuck around, basically. And so yeah, I feel like it's sort of a good thing, I guess, because like you don't want every show to be just balls to the walls nonsense all the time, because then you'd get used to it. And like, I know it sounds silly, but like if everything was like Endgame or Infinity War, they wouldn't have as much of an impact as what they did.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of good to sort of, again, like we said earlier in the episode about some of the E3 things, set your expectations, I guess. Because I feel like, because Loki is the next TV show to come out towards the middle of this year, I feel like that's going to be
another balls to walls,
you know? Yeah. And so I feel like it's sort of good to go on like this mini roller coaster of like crazy, and then like a little bit, you know, you can relax a little bit, crazy, you can relax a little bit, you know, it's sort of so on and so forth. So I feel like it's sort of in the sweet spot of where it needs to be in terms of the tone and sort of that sort of stuff. But yeah, I guess we can start to talk about the things that transpired in this event. Mainly Helmut Zemo. He's back, baby.
Did you like his costume?
Oh, so good to finally see it.
It looked like it looked like a sack. His helmet. I don't even know if it's a helmet.
That's exactly what it's meant to be. So like in the comics, it was that like he had like a fight with, I think it was Captain America, and he ended up getting his face like really badly damaged, like scarred. I think it was like, you know, some sort of acid or fire or something that really burnt and mutilated his face. And so he basically just started to use this. It was basically, I think, like just a Hessian. Yeah, it looks like a Hessian bag that was purple. Or in the comics, it was very much meant to be like just very scrounged up, like whatever he could find to sort of cover his face and not look as disfigured. And so it was in the comics, it was like this purple sort of bag that he just like, you know, sort of took on and used. And so in the MCU one here, it's sort of a bit more formed. Like it looks like it has a faceplate under it. It looks like, you know, it looks more of like a piece of armor, I guess.
Yeah.
As opposed to like just a bag that he'd put over his head. But it still does, like Jen said, it still does look very much like just a sack or something. So it's a good callback, I feel, to the comics and
given
what
that
he was meant to look like.
Lore, they did good.
you can see it more now, and you understand what it was meant to be sort of referenced from. It makes a bit more sense, but yeah. Anywho, he finally got that that costume, I guess, in this episode, and we also found out that obviously, you know, in the comics, I know him as Baron von Zemo, with his real name being Helmut Zemo. But the Baron is basically like just a super rich, basically a royalty type person. And so he alluded to that in this episode where he was like, I think he said it was either Sam or Bucky, I can't remember, but he was like, come on, I'm a back like that. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got his private jet or something to fly them somewhere. And they were like, "You just got out of jail. How can you afford this?" And he's like, I'm a baron. Don't you? I have basically royalty." And so I feel like that was really cool. That was a lot of backstory in just one sentence. I really enjoyed that.
His poor chauffeur has been waiting so long for him.
Oh my god. He's like, is it Prince Philip? He reminded me of Prince Philip. He looks like a gust of wind is about to topple him over, and that's like I felt real.
That boy is loyal though.
Oh yeah, he been waiting, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed the Zemo parts of this episode.
I did. You know? I really like the actor himself. I think he's perfect for the role, and I like it. I think
it's Daniel Bruhl.
Something like that. We mentioned this last week. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
he's perfect for it.
The way he killed that scientist.
Hang on. Can I just jump in before you go? I was on TikTok this morning before going to work. Did you know that Daniel Bruhl, or basically the actor that plays Helmut Zemo, was the German voice for Lightning McQueen in the German release of Cars? Did you know that? I did not. I found that out this morning, and I was like, that is insane.
I didn't even know they would they do so.
Yeah, they voiced over.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, especially some of the things that they assume to be super popular worldwide are redub in like their mother tongue, I guess. Yeah, I was like, wow,
cool,
have fun.
He's German Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, just a little tidbit for your Friday morning.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't know. He's brutal. I liked him.
Yeah, you can very much see that even though he's like acting like a nice person at the moment, like, he's obviously helping Sam and whatnot, Sam and Bucky in their adventures and tracking down their, what they need to. He's still very much can turn on you at any time.
Yeah, you can feel that with him, which is really good acting on his behalf to make you
100%
feel that way.
Put you in that false sense of security.
Yeah, and I wonder because Captain America and his sidekick, don't know what his name is still.
Weird Captain America and weird sidekick.
Yeah.
As they shall henceforth be known. Yep.
Beta.
Yeah.
They figured out that Zemo escaped at the same time that Bucky and Sam were there. So I wonder what this is going to do with the story coming forward, because obviously what they did was wrong, like taking Zemo out of prison. But I'm really curious. I like the whole sequence of bringing him out of prison. That was cool.
It was real well done.
Yeah, because
it reminded me a lot of like Prison Break and sort of things, like, there's a lot of disguises. There was a lot of like, misdirection and all that sort of stuff.
Like choreography as well. It's just cool. Really cool.
It was real well done. I enjoyed it.
And then we saw Sharon Carter in this.
She's back, yeah.
Not a fan.
Another returning character. No?
No, I never really liked her before.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think she's a great actor.
Oh, savage.
Look, she's...
Okay, so...
Yeah, go.
In this... I haven't really known too much about Sharon Carter's character in the comics and things like that. Like, I haven't been exposed to it as much as some other characters. But apparently, in this episode and going forth, Sharon Carter is she's meant to resemble her comics, like a comic counterpart, a lot more, in the sense that in the comics, Sharon Carter was like super badass. She was like really,
okay.
She wasn't always by the books.
Yeah.
She wasn't, which is what we've seen from her in the past. Like in the last couple of movies and things that she's been in, she's always been very by the books with shields and and that sort of stuff. She hasn't really strayed too far into the grey.
Maybe that's why I never really like...
Yeah, but going forth, it seems like they're really trying to reference her like, her comic counterpart and sort of put her in the grey and make her a bit more edgier.
I guess that makes sense, because she can't go home. She's put into the situation where she got
she said she was
over.
running from the government. Yeah, she said she was running from the government or from S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that. And so Sam and Bucky said they would try and see if they could, talk to someone back home and see if they could, wipe her record clean or something. Which was a sort of a thank you for her helping out because she helped them as well. Her, Zemo, Sam, and Bucky were all sort of together in this episode. Obviously, sort of trying to figure out where to go next. And so they used that as a thank you, I think. So it'd be interesting to see just what she did because we don't know why she's now running from.
True.
From the government, I guess. So it'd be interesting to see if she pops up later on again, which I assume she will.
She will.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see just what she did.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I guess that's we've never really seen her as who she should have been portrayed as. So gotta see her more then. Exactly, and then is that the second? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then the Wakanda stuff.
Yeah. Crazy. Right. I honestly wasn't even expecting it, and they were like right at the end. Hey, Ayo's here. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ayo.
I don't even know what it's spelled. I can't even tell you. Yeah. I don't even know her name.
Ayo it is, but no, that's fine. Yeah. But Florence Kasumba reprises her role as Ayo, and she basically
great.
appears right at the end of the episode, and speaks to Bucky because Bucky was following like some sort of he was following this lead, I think, to go somewhere. I can't remember exactly. But basically, Ayo appears like just in this alleyway behind Bucky. He sort of senses something's a bit off, and he turns around, and Ayo's right there.
Well,
and
he followed
she's
those
basically just like
little balls that was scattered around.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I think they were Wakanda technology. Like we saw them.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
That makes sense now. Yeah. They're like these little beads, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was following these. And then Ayo appears behind him and was like, we need to talk. I think that's how it ended. We're just like, we need to talk about something. Which you can safely assume the Wakandans are very pissed that they've broken Zemo out of prison because of what he did to Wakanda and taking down, King T'Chaka and stuff like that in Civil War, or basically orchestrating the destruction of Wakanda in some form. So you can assume that they're pretty pissed at Sam and Bucky.
Understandably.
And they want, understandably so. Exactly. Understandably so. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see
where this goes.
If any more Wakandans come out to sort of help in the show. Like, wouldn't that be cool?
Maybe.
Like, it's getting more and more exciting as the episodes go on. I'm starting to find.
I must say that little end bit are just like, okay, cool. We get more characters.
You're on board. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Here we go now. You start buckling your seatbelt up.
I'm
you
just
start
waiting.
Taking one sock off ever so slightly.
I'm just waiting for Doctor Strange to pop up and fuck some shit, and then all my socks will go off. All right. That's what I'm waiting for. All right.
Yeah.
But
I can understand that.
It's a very slow ride to get there, and I hope we get there. Because I'll be pissed if I don't see Cumberbatch.
I'd be very surprised. If Cumberbatch appears in this show. I feel like if any of them, he's going to appear on the Loki show.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the perfect show. Or Wanda, or Scarlet Witch. Either or, I feel like would be a better fit for the Loki TV show.
We will see. We won't see in this one, I guess.
No, I don't think so. Again, I would be very surprised. You can never tell though with Marvel. Like they will just put a character in just to sort of blow your socks off just for the fun of it. So we can't tell at the moment, I don't feel, but it would surprise me. It would surprise me.
I just want more about Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Is it too much to ask, Marvel? Look at Marvel, is it too much to ask? I want more Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's all I want. Is that too much to ask, Marvel?
Shouldn't be.
But yeah. No, it shouldn't be.
But yeah, interesting to see what, I guess today's episode is going to be like when this podcast comes out.
Yeah. It'll be a couple of hours away. So hopefully it's another banger or just another build on episode 3. Hopefully it just keeps getting, progressively. Episode 1 was pretty, it was chill, you know. It wasn't too crazy. Episode 2, a little bit more, a little bit more. Episode 3, all right, I see you, Marvel. And then episode 4, you know, just from there up, I'm just gonna get higher and higher pitched every week.
Yeah.
Until you reach like episode 6 or whatever it is. I'm just gonna keep progressively getting higher pitched. So hopefully Marvel can help facilitate that. But
yeah. On a side note, I really do like the main character of the what are they called?
The Flag Smashers. You're talking about?
Anarchists.
Yeah,
those anarchists.
Yes.
I really like the main character of that group, the girl.
Yeah, I forget her name. It's blanking on me.
I don't remember her name, but she's great.
Again, I saw another TikTok. It seems like Marvel. Again, funnily enough, we bring this up. Marvel sort of typecast her, I guess, or not Marvel, but Disney has typecast her as like the anarchist sort of, you know, anti-hero type thing, because she was in, I forget what Star Wars show. I feel like it would be what was it?
She was in Star Wars?
Yeah, she was in, what was the one with Darth Vader right at the end? I'm blanking on it so much right now. It's gonna drive me insane.
Google it.
It's gonna drive me insane. But she was in Star Wars, and she was also in, obviously, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But in both series, she's playing a sort of anarchist, like, you know, sort of anti-hero type thing. So it's funny because it seems like they're you know, that Marvel or Disney has typecast her in that role, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of another role that's been going around Twitter, she should definitely be Alloy from...
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that exact
She
one.
is 100% Alloy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can unsee
they put a
it
photo.
anymore.
Yeah, they put a photo like right next to it. Identical.
100%. Alloy, by the way, for those who doesn't know.
I feel like
Rogue One.
Sorry, I feel like she was in Rogue One. I feel like that's the episode that I'm thinking of. But yeah, sorry, go on.
What was the game? Alloy from something Dawn? No.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, that's Alloy. Anyways.
Yeah. And there's a new one coming out this year too, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 2.
Yeah. Have you played the first one?
A little bit. I have, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's good, but...
It is.
I just haven't gone back to it. And I think it plays terribly on PC.
Okay, yeah. Well, I have it on
PlayStation
5, I want to say. I feel like
maybe
it was
a
one of the
PlayStation
free
4
games.
game.
Yeah, but I feel like it was one of the free games that they had like for PlayStation. Like there was like 20 free games or something like that. If you were a PlayStation Plus subscriber and you had a PS5, you could get like, you know, God of War. You could get Resident Evil 7. I feel like Horizon Zero Dawn was one of them. I could be wrong, but yeah. Getting off topic.
A little bit. But that's pretty much everything we have for that, and I guess this episode. Unless is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing off the top of my head that I can think of. No, I feel like we covered most of the things. There was we had a look at the start of the episode before we started recording. It's been a pretty slow news week this week. Other than mainly the E3 things and stuff. So we do apologize for there being a slow news week, but you know, that's sort of out of our hands, I feel. That's out of our hands.
Can't blame us.
But yeah, anything final from you, Jens, before we wrap up? Anything you want to add on?
Nope, nothing from me, except, as always...
You know what?
Oh, what?
I did forget something.
Yeah.
Be sure to go and check out It Takes Two gameplay on the YouTube. It should be uploaded now.
Oh, yeah,
be sure to go and give that one a look. We did play that. Hopefully, a couple of days after this episode goes live, there should be a part 2 up. Because we're going to keep playing through It Takes Two for a little bit until we finish that, because it is a gorgeous game.
It's
gorgeous game. Oh, that's what I wanted to add on.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for supporting, and yeah, we'll see you back here next week. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.